Dear friends, today we have with us Poornima Menon, who is a business owner. She's the owner of Five Pleats by Poornima Menon, and she's also associated with My Muscle Chef, a brand that many of you may have heard of. So, Poornima, thank you so much for joining us at the Australia today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Poornima, let us begin by talking about the Five Pleats. How did that come about, and tell us about your journey?
Okay, so Five Pleats by Poornima Menon started due to my passion for saris. I have a love for handloom saris,
Okay.
and buying saris directly from the weavers, hearing the story, and then draping that sari is really special. So my love for saris started. I am married to an ex-army officer, and as a
Mhm,
part of our journey through India, we've gone through a lot of towns and cities,
mhm,
and I started collecting saris at that time. So that started off as a passion, and that passion slowly turned into a business opportunity. It's more to support the handloom weavers back home in India and to introduce the different weaves of India to the Indian diaspora and others outside India. Because when we talk about saris, I think people know about Kanjipuram saris, but I
mhm.
don't think people know about the different weaves that are from the different states. So that's how the idea cropped up like that. Yeah.
And how has the response been here? And have you seen a shift in the past couple of years in terms of people's awareness about Indian weaves and things like that?
It has. There has been a big shift. I started off by promoting the saris by, wearing a sari and posting it on social media with a story. People
Mhm,
love listening to stories. And they say,
mhm.
that every sari has a story to tell. So as I
Sure.
started posting more and more stories with saris, I realized that, ladies were warming up to the idea of wearing saris,
Mhm,
and and then people start asking questions. So if I would be at a function, they would come up to me and ask me about my sari, what the weave is, where it is from, and I now I find that lots of ladies who love to wear handloom saris and proudly talk about those weaves as well. So there's definitely been a shift. Yes.
And tell us a bit more about the Saree Club. That's also something that you're engaged with.
Yes, yes, of course. So I think the whole idea of the Saree Club came from the saris. So people
Mhm,
who are in love with, so ladies who love the 6 yards, we all came together. We started off with a group of about 8 to 10 ladies, and then now we are 90 ladies strong.
mhm.
We meet once a month. Every third Sunday, we wear a sari. So when we catch up, we talk about our saris, we tell stories about our saris. People love talking about the saris. And the other thing that's happened is that, ladies talk about their mums and how their mums are really happy now. They're bringing saris to Australia, wearing it outside India. So
Mhm.
that's one thing that we've done. The other thing we do is that when we catch up every month, we do something that leads to women empowerment.
Mm.
So we celebrated Mother's Day where we had the kids talk about their mums and their saris. We also had a Mother's Day where a gynecologist came and spoke about women's health.
Mhm.
I think 2 years in a row we celebrated International Women's Day where we spoke about women empowerment. And
Mhm.
recently we did a fantastic thing on the 14th of August. 11 of us, we actually did the city to surf in a sari. We completed the
Wow.
entire 14 kilometers in a
Mhm.
sari, which was absolutely fantastic. I think the ladies who participated said that if it wasn't for the sari club, they
Mm.
didn't think they would ever participate in City to Surf. So that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. Yeah,
It
what
was,
was
it
the
was.
experience like taking part in City to Surf wearing saris?
It was it was a different experience altogether because the ladies were so excited. And when we started, the thought process, they all were excited to get into sari, but they were worried about, oh, will I be able to walk in a sari? Will I trip? What's going to happen? So there were lots of doubts in their mind. But
Mhm.
ultimately, it was a feeling of complete achievement, victory kind of a thing. When they completed the 14 kilometers, didn't trip once, didn't fall once, and they just went through. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing. And all the cheers we got, there were drums and there were musicians along the way. We
Mhm.
danced with them, and yeah, we had an absolute ball. It was very, very good.
Yeah. Also, I have to ask that have you seen interest? Like, obviously, women of Indian origin would be interested in wearing saris and buying them and things like that. Have you seen interest from, say, people of non-Indian background in
Yes,
Australia,
yes.
wanting to understand what a sari is, how to wear it, and things like that?
Yes, yes. So we had a few women, white Australians, who had attended our International Women's Day, and all of them wore Indian saris.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
I also met a couple of ladies when I attended a high tea, and they were so interested to know about the weaves and the sari and how to drape it. And they were actually requesting me if I could run a sari draping class for them, because they said that they wanted to come buy saris and wear more saris. I think it just made them feel a bit different and aligned with everyone around them, because you generally wear a dress, and they were talking about going to parties in a little black dress, and they said it'll be great to go to parties in a sari because you stand out, and
Sure.
you look different, but at the same time you gel in. I think that's the beauty of a sari, is that it sort of fits every shape and size. It's like a one size fit all garment, because you can drape it the way you want and it would suit any body type. So yes, ladies who are of non-Indian origin have also been warming up to the sari. In fact, we've got Jodie McKay, who was
Mm.
the leader of the opposition party before. She loves saris, and she's a great sari ambassador. And yeah, so I think that's also called the sari diplomacy. Through saris you link with the diaspora, and you build those connections.
Sure. And I think one of the things with the sari is that you don't have to worry if you're gaining weight or losing weight because, it looks beautiful on
Absolutely.
everyone. Yeah.
It hides all your flaws. All your flaws. That pallu that you have, you can cover everything and anything with it. So yeah.
Uh, Purnima, now let's talk about My Muscle Chef. You're associated with that as well. And it's a brand in Australia in a very competitive market. So can you tell us about it?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very proud to say that we are the leading, online food manufacturing business in Australia today. 5 years in a row, we've got 5 stars from Product Review. We
Mhm.
distribute to all states in Australia, including the Northern Territory, some parts of the Northern Territory. The other day, I had gone for a holiday to Uluru, and I was excited that the IGA in Uluru had stocked My Muscle Chef. So, it was absolutely amazing. The tale of My Muscle Chef, it started in 2013 as a small family business.
Mhm.
The idea was from both my boys. They saw a gap in the market.
Mhm.
My younger son is a lot into gym and healthy meals and counting his macros. So when he started
Mhm.
looking at the market, he found there was a gap in the market, and
Mhm.
that's how the whole idea of My Muscle Chef started.
Mhm.
Um, it is a competitive market, but I think the way we have stayed on and we are leaders is because we are very customer focused,
Mhm.
very quality focused,
Mhm.
and we don't compromise when it comes to delivery, quality, taste. And I think that's what gives us a winning edge.
Yeah, because the reason I'm asking is because any business is difficult anywhere in the world,
Correct.
and to break into this market, which is can say that it's a niche market. How difficult or easy was it to break that and get in that position?
It wasn't easy at all.
Hmm.
Because we don't come with a business background. We
Hmm.
don't come from with a food background.
Hmm.
But I think what's good about the Australian market is that they respect quality and they
Hmm.
respect good customer service. So yes,
Hmm.
initially breaking into the market was a bit difficult. We had
Hmm.
to work long hours. We had to reach out to people. We put up stations in gyms. And they were tasting sessions. We participated in expo because we had to get the name out there. And
Hmm.
then we slowly started getting orders.
Hmm.
And from that, it just grew because I think the taste of the product
Hmm.
speaks for itself. And so people who have tried and tested different ready to eat meals in the market always
Hmm.
come back to My Muscle Chef because I, I think we've got the best tasting product in the market.
All right. And what advice would you like to give budding entrepreneurs who are here and are thinking of setting up something or are in the process of doing so? Any words of advice?
So my only word of advice would be is have a plan,
Mm,
execute the plan, believe in your dream, be resilient, and keep at it. Like, don't give up. If you believe in the idea that you have, it is
mm,
going to be difficult. You are going to meet with a lot of speed, blocks, and you are going to meet with probably disappointments. But
mm,
if you have belief in the idea, and if you think yours is a winning idea, just stick to it.
mm,
Um, and you will get there. It didn't come easy to us. It took us about 2 to 3 years to sort of set ourselves up.
mm,
And that was hard work of probably 20 hours a day of working with 4 hours of sleep.
mm,
But yeah, if you believe in your idea and you know that it is something that is very different from what the others are providing out there in the market, yeah, you just need to believe in yourself and you just need to stick to it. And yes, and Australia is, like I said, they respect good quality and they respect good service. You provide them with that and you have a winning formula.
And just one last question, Purnima. You're wearing a lovely sari. Can you tell us something about this sari?
So this is a Bandhani sari, and it comes from the state of Gujarat.
Mhm,
The texture is gaji silk. So
mhm,
Bandhani is a tie and dye sari. So once to create these patterns, they tie them and then they dye it. So if you find there are three color tones, there's sea green, a red, and white. So that
mhm,
so that means the dyeing is done 3 times.
mhm.
And this is a very popular sari from Rajasthan and Gujarat. Yeah.
Purnima Menon, thank you so much for speaking with us. Thank you.
My pleasure. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.